Hello. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Wow, we are out of focus here on this desktop. We are back in focus. How is everybody? How was your week? My week was okay. It was okay. I feel like my house is a total mess, and that every time I do something, oh my God, Lindsay, thank you for the resub. Holy shit, 6 months, 6 months. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you. I feel like I had something to say to you, but oh, it's coming. I'm coming. Anyway, sorry. That was a way to open up my stream, isn't it? Great in the drive-through street tacos. Wait, what are you talking about? Someone come explain to me so you don't. Oh, the shrimp. Okay. It's hard to misuse the shrimp because it's just for funsies. So here is what happened with the Khmers. So one time I was doing a shrimp mani, because if you look into my Twitch redeems for channel points, you could actually feed me a shrimp. You have to like organize it with me. There's a thing in the Discord to help you organize it with me. And that was based off of, so there is another channel called, and they don't really stream that much anymore, called Reptile. Oh, I forgot what it was called, but it was a reptile channel, and it had, they were a zoo, and they have like this one big crocodile named Empress Rex. And one of the things you could do for her was feed her a shrimp, and they would throw it into her enclosure for enrichment, and she would chase after it. So we decided that for my enrichment, you could throw me a shrimp and I could chase after it. Anyway, so I was doing a shrimp themed mani, and I'm looking it up right now on Instagram, and I was having a grand old time. And then who would come to not ruin my grand old time, to make it way better but also way more stressful, but the Queen Colette herself like said hi in my chat for the first time ever. And I was like freaking out. Of course, she was just like, oh, this is so cute. And I was like, oh my God, Colette is here. Anyway, and so on my thumb, I was writing shrimp, and I started off with the M and the I, which are harder to tell if they are, if they're the right way. And I ended up writing shrimp backwards. And you can see right here, Khmers. And I added a question mark because I was like, what the hell? And so literally I was like, this is Colette's fault. This is your fault, Colette. And then like, literally she was like, I just got back with ravioli. What the hell did I do? So that is the reason we have the Khmers. So yeah, there you go. That is the reason for the shrimp. And yeah, somebody made that emote, and we use it now. It is clipped. I know that one of them is called How Did This Happen? Why? That was what it was called. You recommended my blurple video in your last video. Thank you. I need to look at that. And that was your, feel free to link it here. That was your video about the Cloudscape collection, correct? Yeah, it's shrimp sold backwards. Thank you so much for listening to all the podcasts. Let me make sure it is nail art day. But yes, hello Rainbow, hello Tiffany, hello Linry, hello Painting Polish, hello Allie. Oh my goodness. Hello. Blurple is the color of the month. Oh my God, thank you all. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Polished Mess. Hello. Oh my God, hello Summer. I'm so happy to see you. I am so happy to see you. I have to say, little spoiler alert, since Rainbow pointed out that I do break my own self-imposed NDAs. My favorite white specialty nail polish video is coming up in a couple of weeks. And it may be kind of overrun with Plus Life Lacquered, because Plus Life Lacquered has the best Corellis. How are you doing? So just so you know, I'll be doing unhinged reviews of the podcast in the Discord of all the episodes going forward. I am so honored. Rainbow, I am so honored. Lurking and working, thank you so much for your lurk. It was an amazing blast from the past to read your little synopsis of the episode, because I'm sure there are so many things I've said in past episodes I have literally no recollection of. Your social battery has been dead lately. Love you all. Just blah. I understand that completely. I have also been having a low social battery, but my social battery is large, as you've probably noticed. But I spend it most on stream and the Discord. So yeah. By the way, I've got to get started very fast because I need this stuff to dry. I promised I promised last stream I was gonna do fluid nail art because some people were asking how to do it. So I'm gonna be doing fluid nail art today. And I was like, what the hell am I gonna do? And then I remembered that the two Lacquered ladies, like our thing, are like, it's not our logo, but like one of our images that we use for theming is this fluid art. And I'm not sure if it's real fluid art. I think it probably is. So I was like, you know what? I will do two Lacquered ladies fluid art, and I will celebrate two Lacquered ladies. Also, we are taking like a 2-week to perhaps 1 month hiatus actually from the show, because Danny is finishing her school year as a teacher and also graduating from her master's. And we were like, when do we have time to record the next episode? And we just did it. And I was like, Danny, everyone's going to understand that you are literally getting your master's. So, yeah, she works so hard. Like, Danny is next freaking level. Yes, it gives you time to catch up. Exactly. Best White Crowley is doing a Plus Life Skittle with all of them for your son's birthday. He loves everything about Plus Life. He loved the new business cards. That is so freaking sweet, Polished Mess. Your social battery is always at 0. It's hard to tell. You wasn't actually counting the boy references, but you mentioned it a lot, and you started thinking around episode 10. I would love to know all of our stats on the boy conversations. I would love to know them. Thank you. I got this, all of the stuff that, like, we use stuff that either me or Pebble Sun created personally. And then we use stuff from Canva. I try to use Canva as much as I can for additional images because I am paying them. Because it's legal. Because it's legal to do. So I like doing legal stuff unless I don't think that the way it is legally set up is correct. So yeah, there we go. That is my thought. You can take a break, but you gotta mention you like 3 times. Okay, Linry. We'll make a podcast entirely about you. You finally found the dark red for your keychains. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. I need to order. I need to get one of these keychains. I need to. I have been meaning to, by the way. I have a project I'm gonna do and I haven't done it yet, but I have these. I make earrings sometimes out of various charms that I find. And because I have 2G gauges, 2G plugs, whatever, I know people get pissed off when you call them gauges, but when you call something ear plugs, there's another thing that's an earplug. So like, perhaps colloquially, gauges should just be fine. Why do I always need to like get into colloquialisms in everything I do? I don't know. But anyway, I have these, and my grand design is to take the red Plus Life lacquer and the blue Plus Life lacquer, which mine's on my polished pickup backpack right now. And I'm gonna make these into earrings, and I'm very excited about it because I think I have 5 of these total and I treasure each and every one of them. But I feel like the red and the blue would be the most perfect. And because I have the big holes, because my hole is just so big, because of that, they should sit nicely and not hurt or anything. So I'm very excited about that. Yes, congratulations to Danny. I can't believe that she's stuck up with every single thing so long. I mean, she's kind of like doing a less streaming, but like with the YouTube, with the podcast, with her actual job, with her masters, like and all of her pets. Literally could not. You heard her mention that in March banner review. She's working on her master's. Yeah, she is almost done. And I am so excited to switch her being overworked on her schooling to her being overworked on the podcast. I have so many things I want Danny to take care of that I have been patiently waiting until she's done with her master's to thrust upon her. But yeah, Taskmaster Stephanie going after Danny after she graduates. But yeah, so I'm excited to have her, let her take a little time off. But for the Patreon, we are going to start doing ramble videos, which means like we're just, and if you're talking and I haven't seen what you said, I will get to it soon. We're going to be doing ramble videos, which just means like a topic that we want to talk about or that the Patreon wants to talk about. And by the way, thank you to our 2 new Patreons, newest ones. We have Tanya and we have Allie. Allie, you know who Allie is? She's here. Tanya, I'm pretty sure I know who she is. But anyway, Danny has been killing it. You're absolutely right. The point is that I will be recording a solo ramble video for the Patreon. And if any of our patrons, our lackeys, want to give me any ideas, go for it. If not, I will think of something to do by myself. Oh, that would be awesome, Tiffany. And by the way, I should mention, because we've kind of like been keeping the Patreon on a bit of a DL, except for on the podcast. If you do join the Patreon, you do get a shout out once on the podcast during the cuticle break. And then now that we have the YouTube set up, you are going to be credited for the rest of eternity as long as you are subbed, and also on the individual episodes that you were subscribed on, or whatever the word is. You will have a little credit in them. So it's really exciting. It's a very exciting time. You thought the rambles would all be the tangents that just cut. Okay, so I was doing the tangents that got cut. We have like quite a few of those on the Patreon, but it was getting harder and harder for me to do, because like at the end of the podcast, like editing the podcast is actually like the hardest thing that I do. It's harder to me than editing videos. It's just like it's a hard thing. I said it like a million times. And so at the end of it, I really don't want to be having to like do basically another podcast. So we're changing up the formula. So we took out that, we added credits, and then we're going to add monthly ramble videos. And then if there's something I really want to share to the Patreon, I will. So that is what's happening. Thank you for coming to my Patreon TED Talk. Let's see, any chance of getting video versions of the podcast now that you have the YouTube? Oh, like with our faces? Probably not, because we like to usually when Danny and I get up to do the podcast, we've both just woken up, and like there's no bras, there's no makeup, there's no hair brushing. Half the time I am like literally wearing like my Brahmsy frickin' wife beater with no bra, and like I don't know if I've left them like enough of them in, but like there's a few times on the podcast where Danny was just like oh, because I would like stretch, or like sometimes I forget and I'll just start like playing with my boobs, like not like in a sexual way, like y'all get it. I'm just like and she's like, oh, so we're feeling ourselves up now, and I'm like, oh my god, Dan. Which I know everybody would love to see. I know that they would love to see. But hello, Trina. Also, I do a lot of, it would make it, I don't know. I don't want to do that, but maybe someday. Perhaps someday. All right, I'm looking back up. You love looking at data, but you don't have the attention span to collect. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. 2 lacquered ladies and Linry. That would be hysterical. Okay. That's amazing. When am I going to interview Wow Linry? I'm ready for it. Oh no, I would love to interview Linry. The only reason that we don't interview more people is because it takes a lot out of Danny and I, but I do feel like interviewing Linry would be a little bit easier because we are constantly talking to Linry. So yeah. Hello, Spadazzles. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Also, like you streaming Gremlin mode activated. Exactly. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, Linry, your gremlin mode is top tier. Honestly, whenever you get in a video, and I know I wrote this in one of your comments, like whenever you're like, I didn't brush my hair, I'm just out of the shower, I'm not wearing makeup, I'm just like, glorious goddess. Tell me about nail polish. Not that you don't look beautiful when you're fully made up, but like there's something about it that I'm just like, just give me that raw, fresh Linry. You understand how editing can be mentally challenging? You still haven't edited your VODs from the last 8 years. Exactly. I'm so happy I'm doing like dual streaming, because just the act of like putting my VOD onto YouTube is like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So like the fact that this is just automatic, I love it. I love it. Hello, Khaleesi. Let's see. Finally watched The Boy last night. Oh my God, Craftosaurus, yes. Your husband couldn't understand what it had to do with the nail community. And when he kept shouting, the chest hair makes sense. I'm loving that for all of us. I love that for all of us, that it's like, why does this have to do with nails? Absolutely fucking nothing, except for it has to do with me. Has to do with me. Yes, hello everybody in YouTube land. Hello, Note. Hello, hello. The sloth accent. Oh my God, I need to hear Linry Sid the sloth accent. I don't think I heard it. Okay, Goblin Girl Summer. It's always Goblin Girl Summer. Your natural voice is Sid the sloth. Thank you, thank you. Wow, this is crazy. I have to say that, like, yeah, going on YouTube and making videos has drastically changed the landscape of my internet life. It's crazy. Thank you so much, Tiffany. You are so amazing. We need to get to the meat of this, because I need to let this dry for a while. Usually when I do fluid art nowadays, I do it exactly like this. I do it like live. But you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to give it like 4 hours to dry. And I don't do that, but I'm okay with that because I am special, you see. Because I'll make it work. Wait. You can at cross platforms. You don't know how to at people on YouTube mobile. Yeah, I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can. I've tried like yesterday in Linry's chat. What I did want to say to Linry asked right before lunch was ready and Husbando came downstairs and I had to leave the chat. Linry was like, who's your favorite doctor and why is it Eccleston? I will tell you why it is Eccleston, because it is Eccleston. He is my fucking fave. There's a few reasons. One, he is so fucking cute. So fucking cute. I love him especially in the doctor dances, because like I'm led to understand that is a metaphor for sex, and I love him and Rose so much. Like, of course I love Tenet. Tenet's my second favorite. By the way, I'm putting down Baroness X's fluid art polish because people are wondering how I do it, and I will show you. I don't get the best sells of everybody in the world, but we do our best, you know? We do our best. So I'm just laying down a like little puddle of this polish, and I think I'm gonna do one with Baroness X, and I'm gonna do one with my homemade. So anyway, I am going to be doing the Two Lacquered Ladies logo. The two most prominent colors actually in the Two Lacquered Ladies like background logo are orange and orange. Puddle of polish sounds like a band. It absolutely does. I will continue telling you why I love David Tennant soon. I just want to get this one started. I'm just doing two things at once. All right, so we're going in with Glisten and Glow's Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai, because it is like pretty much exactly, I need to get these a little more crowded, because you want them to this is just one color, but you want them to overlap is really what you want when you're doing frickin' whatchamacallit, fluid art. You really want them to mix up. So now we're going in with Limbo Lover, which is this beautiful bright orange. So let's get in there. But yeah, Eccleston was my first doctor, as he was many people's first doctor. I just think he's super cute and he is super charming. And also he generally plays bad guys. And the reason that he took the role of the Doctor in Doctor Who in the reboot was that nobody had ever told him, this is Synthetic Symphony, nobody had ever told him he was funny or charming. So he really wanted the chance to be funny and charming for once in his life. So he did that. Also though, he is, I don't know if the villain is the right word, but there's a movie, we watched it last year because in May we watched a bunch of Ewan McGregor movies. It's called Shallow Grave, and it's directed by Danny Boyle, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I watched it again and I was like, yeah, it's still as good as I remember. This is Kaleidoscope Eyes by Orly. It was still as good as I remembered. He was like the bad guy in it. And like, it's about a group of friends who are looking for a roommate in their apartment. And basically their new roommate that they find unalives himself and leaves like a heck ton of money. Anyway, I love that movie. And then when I realized it was the same person, I was just like, holy shit. So like, it was just everything for me. My first doctor, how cute he was with Rose. I loved his sexy little leather jacket. I just think he was so dorky and so cute. And like, yeah, he is just my guy. So that is why fucking A. Eccleston is my favorite. Also, I have a really amazing like painting of all the doctors as cats. That was, by the way, Lisa Frank and Orly Purdy in pink. We're going in with Lisa Frank X Orly, Sky's the Limit. There are so many colors in this. Okay, I need like less of this blue because it's like really not a thing. Like it's only a few specks. And even less so, it's Brittany Beach by Orly is also a thing here. So like a color in this look. But like I need like, yeah, like that's like enough. That's enough. Okay, so what we're going to do with this big puddle of beauty, we're going to remove this little hair. And I'm going to fold this one way. Oh, wow. That blue is really overpowering. And then I'm going to fold it the other way. Wow. I might need to redo this without that blue, actually. Because that's too much blue. Actually, I know what I think I know what I need to do. I can't believe I just used so much and it's going to look like wrong. All right, I gotta redo this because that's way too much blue. Let me look back while I fix this. I should have done just like a couple drops of blue first. So we need to go in reverse order actually, which I should have known because I have done quite a bit. I know. Is that Zeldikins? Let me look on the actual Twitch stream. Who did that? That was Polished Mess. Thank you. Okay. All right. What are you trying? We're going to experiment. If I miss your messages, it's just because I need to talk a lot and I also need to do this. Hello, Nerd Loves Nails. Did you join the Patreon? If so, thank you. You'd probably never find my awesome self if you didn't post on YouTube. Love that you're here. Thank you so much, Nerd Loves Nails. Thank you so much. Why does everyone hate Matt Smith? I don't hate Matt Smith. He's just not my favorite. And I don't know why people hate him. I would never say I hate him. Everyone ignore you for the next few messages. You adore Matt Smith. 11, 5 Eva, or 4 Eva. He said, I am saying 5 Eva. Tom Baker was your first doctor. I was not lucky enough to experience old doctors. I've watched a few of them. You love Eccleston as Doctor Who. He's your intro to modern Doctor Who. See, exactly. The best. Please rewatch the Eccleston years. Please. Okay, I'm looking out. Pour one out for the fluid, right? That recorder does actual psychic damage. You only said he contribute because you're saving for the shrimp. Thank you. Okay. So, let us pour out some for our homies. Once again, let me also move this lamp so it's a little closer. Oh my God. What a day, everybody. What a day. It's a busy day because usually I like to do pretty much nothing for the first 45 minutes of the podcast, or not the podcast. We're podcast minded today because we are taking a couple of weeks off the podcast so that Danny can finish her master's and finish her school year and not have to be worried about anything else because we love Danny. We want Danny to succeed. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just do like the smallest dots literal fucking dots of this, because that is like hardly a thing, but like it ended up being the whole ass thing. Like, I don't even think I need to include these, but like I like to be accurate, so just like literally that much. Literally that much. We don't need any more than that. Okay, so the next one we want to go with is this pink. So we're doing it in reverse order of what I initially had. So this pink is just a few spots. Then we need some synthetic symphony. And I know that if you are familiar with fluid art, that you might be like, they're not going to mix enough because they're not close enough. But I am going to make sure that they get close enough. All right. So there we go. That's that. Let's get a little bit out there. Then we need Kaleidoscope Eyes by Orly, because there is definitely like this neon. There's this just like neon, whatchamacallit. The word am I thinking of? Neon Orchid, which is what Kaleidoscope Eyes is. I just want to get that in there a little bit. And you can see, let me get really close here. If you look very closely, you can already see these cells building. I'm not great at getting like very intense cell action, but it's okay. It's still gonna look great. Anyway, so now we're going in with Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai, because the biggest kind of the most stuff that's in this water fluid art, words coming out of my mouth, is orange. These two oranges. And this one is, this is Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai. That the dark orange is Limbo Lover. The light orange is Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai. So we're getting these. I might try to work this like a different way. I'm gonna get a little more Limbo Lover. I hope I didn't just mix up a bunch of stuff into Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai, because I feel like I'm going at the fucking speed of light right now. Let's get some more in there. Okay. So let's smoosh it. Much better. Much better. Smoosh it. And then what we want to do, and what I generally do, is I just kind of like shake it, shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Like, I like to like kind of like bounce it on the back. Oh, we are getting some great cells. Do you see that? This is doing great today, actually. We are in luck today. It's looking beautiful. And so some of the cells are created just on the white part, like just on the clear part. But I'm going to be painting Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai as my base. So if anything peeks through, it's just going to get more Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai. What are you talking about? Okay. Rainbow Phoenix is doing her tests. We love to see it. We love to see it. What is happening? Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Thank you so much. Feel so blessed about that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was on PBS Saturday night following The Prisoner. Oh, I didn't watch PBS at night as a child. Now's a great time to start listening to the beginning. It's worth it. Oh, thank you. Are you talking about the podcast and not Doctor Who? Thank you. Thank you. Make them kiss. Exactly. When you're doing your your fluid art, you should make them kiss. That's the best thing you can do. Now, some people paint a layer of top coat over this once it's dry to make it thicker and therefore less likely to break. I do not fucking recommend that. My beloved Danny Shout does that, but she's wrong. It's bad and she should feel bad. I don't do that because it makes it way too thick. I would rather, like, fluid art, because it's so wobbly and wonky, it is very easy to piece together broken bits of it. So I would rather it be too crackly and too broken than too thick and not sit on my nail and really melt into my nail. So you're gonna see me do that in a little bit. But first we're gonna have to let these dry, and I have to start up another one because I just want to make sure I have enough for all of my nails. I'm only doing this hand. By the way, today we are wearing Glistening Glow's Vein Slayer. which is one of my favorite white specialty polishes. Tomorrow, comparing every single one of my white creams should be coming out. It's not my favorite white creams, although I do say that at the beginning of the video. It is just comparing all of them. 2 of them I wouldn't recommend. Maybe I would recommend in my worst enemy because it's not that bad. The first 45 minutes of podcast is just tangents. It usually is. Why are you so obsessed with making inanimate objects make out? Don't call out Linry for that. Linry, that's Linry's right. That is Linry's right. Talking about porn in my stream yesterday, now bring up kissing in this stream. Yes, she's a lackey now. That is how you spell lackey. That is L-A-C-Q-U-I, lackey. You didn't talk about that. That was Nicole. You can't expect Linry to remember every time she talks about porn. All right, that would be like asking Linry to remember every time she breathed today. I thought Linry had a Christian Minecraft where he learned about what etching is. Why, Linry, why are we always talking about the same shit? Microsoft Edge. Are you doing some Microsoft edging? You currently open up both platforms. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being open on both platforms. I love it when people double stream me. It might, nerd. Who knows? Let's see. That is so funny. It did work in both places. Thank you. Thank you. What did Linry do? No, we're not slandering you. You just got to stop, stop being yourself if you don't want people to. Can you dupe the hollow shimmer? Can she dupe that? There. Did I do it? Can I dupe that? That's my impression of Linry. Was it good? All right. There we go. That's Linry's new video. You son of bee snatches. There we go. Okay. Cross-platform highlighting report. If you want to quote tag someone on the opposite platform, simply type the username. It's not case sensitive. The user on the other platform will see the message highlighted. On YouTube, it will just be the username. On Twitch, the whole message will highlight. Very cool. Double stream time, double fisting. Okay, too far. Is it though? Is it though? Is it ever too far around here? Let's do another. I'm gonna use my own personal Jesus. I'm gonna use my own personal bottle of Fluid Art polish. So this is OPI top coat, flat out top coat, which actually, because it glows top coat's just called top coat. Amazing. Great and horrible minds think alike. Sorry. OPI is not horrible. They just suck. You know what I mean? Like they're just so basic. Anyway, and this has just a drop, just like a drop of Garnier Fructis hair serum in it. And that is how you make your own Fluid Art polish. So let's see how it goes. I haven't used my own personal mix. I need to take a thing to this. I haven't used my own personal mix in a really long time. The cells on that other one are so fucking good though. And that's like abnormal for me, regardless of what formula I'm using. So we're going in with my own personal mix, and I have Fluid Art on the top of this. This was my White Rabbit Fluid Art. That was the first Fluid Art I ever did. Is on the top of this so that I remember this is my Fluid Art polish. So let's compare store-bought to homemade. Michelle Bien Rose, who is the best fluid artist that I know on Instagram, she does also make her own mix with Garnier Fructis. So, and she gets the best sales of anyone I have ever seen in my damn life. Amusing tidbit, you also discovered YouTube will highlight a message on Twitch that contains, quote, part of the username. Twitch will only highlight if you type out the username exactly. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we're going in here again. This worked perfectly on the last one. We are just going to add a couple splotches of this blue because that is all that's in the original picture. And if you're just joining us, we're recreating the like Fluid Art background that Danny and I use for Two Lacquered Ladies. We are celebrating Two Lacquered Ladies since we are taking a very small hiatus just long enough for Danny to graduate and to finish her school year as an educator, because Danny is fucking next level and does everything. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, like the conditioner and shampoo. Yeah, are you talking about Garnier Fructis? Yeah, it is hair serum. I wish I knew where my bottle was. It's like literally somewhere on this table is where my bottle is. But yeah, like it's literally Garnier Fructis. And basically it's a mixture of the oils and of the silicone that is in Garnier Fructis. That was the Orly Lisa Frank Pink. We are going in with Synthetic Symphony. I have 2 more bottles of Synthetic Symphony. Of course, though, right now, I don't actually know where I put them. So everybody pray for me. Pray for me and my beautiful princess that is Synthetic Symphony. All right. Let's get some in there. And yeah, I can see they're already getting a little bit cellular on us. We're going to be going in with Orly Kaleidoscope Eyes. I heard, I don't remember who posted it. I think somebody posted it in the Discord. The reason they discontinued all of these neons is because the pigment that they need for the neons, like, is no longer available. So they have said, at least to somebody in their email, they told them that they want to bring them back as soon as they can. As soon as they figure out a way to recreate these neons, they want to bring them back. So everybody, pray for Orly. I just got myself a second bottle of Muy Caliente, which is a neon orange red. Or, yeah, orange red, because it's more red than orange. That color, I regret not making my number 1 red. I made it my number 2 red and did, what's it called? Cuticula Never Sleep Again as my top red. And I regret that. It should have been Muy Caliente, because I love Muy Caliente so fucking much. So there, that is the word on the street. All right. We gotta, like Linry said, make them kiss. And let's drop some, I didn't drop any orange into this stuff. So let's drop a little bit of orange into this kind of pink and purple center. I am absolutely seeing this stuff sell up, and it actually looks like it's selling up better than the other one. All right, smoosh. And then smoosh. And then we shake it like a Polaroid picture. It's also good to move it around when you shake it. I didn't really do that with the last one, but it's good. And look at those cells building. So as you can see, you can make on your own for very cheaply a freaking fluid art polish that is just as good as buying Baroness X's. I do love Baroness X's, and they sell these little provolone cheese slices. They sell them for like really cheap, like really well priced. So I think that it's not like you shouldn't ever buy from Baroness X. They also have amazing semi-matte top coats that you should definitely check out. But yeah, so pro versus homemade. As you can see, very similar. Very similar. Okay. Oh, seriously praying that the shortage doesn't affect Surface. Let me look back and see what everybody has said, because now I can pay more attention, because I just needed these out of the way so that they can dry. So now we can have our 45 minutes of bullshitting. Now that we have these. But aren't they gorgeous? So easy, too. So easy. The hardest part is the decaling, as our Canadian wrong people say. As the Canadians say, yeah, the decaling process. So yeah, and then if there's clear areas, you paint your nails with whatever the lightest color was, and it just blends right in. It's beautiful. So simple, so simple. I feel like I'm on an infomercial. Just slap chop it. Okay. All right. Your wife just asked, are you subscribed to the same person on 2 different platforms? Referring to here at the Patreon. Maybe. Thank you so much for your freaking support. You were incredible. All right. Music tidbit. You also discovered YouTube. Oh, we'll highlight a message on Twitch. Oh, wait. I already read that one. I'm so glad that people are learning today. That's so interesting, Phoenix. I think Garnier Fructis Frizzies or something like that. Let me find the picture. Garnier Fructis Frizz Serum. Yeah, anti-frizz serum. Sleek and shine. This baby is what you use to make fluid art polish. Can you fucking believe? And like, you will never have to rebuy this in your natural born life. Like, if you have to rebuy this to make more fluid art polish, I would be so extremely surprised. So yeah, that is the shit that you want. You have that Garnier anti-frizz. Oh my god, please. Spa Dazzles, I'm pretty sure in the Discord, show us your results. Less is more. Less is more. Add in a tiny drop, shake it up, test it, and then if it's not working the way you want, add a tiny bit more. Because yeah, there gets to a point where there's too much and it just doesn't work like it's supposed to. Use whole blends on your hair. There you go. Polish makeout section. It looks like one of those depth perception tests for a minute. Interesting. We are doing fluid art, and I tested my homemade fluid art polish. I made with OPI top coat that I got for like $4 at TJ Maxx, and Baroness X's fluid art polish that they just sell, and they worked the same. Mine might have worked better. So yeah, if you know, if you can't have homemade, store-bought is fine, but if you can't have store-bought, homemade is fine. I'm so sorry your internet died. Is there a video that goes into this homemade process? Your brain is squirrely. I mean, there probably is. If anybody has a link, feel free to share. The links are open. Don't share pictures of your dick. That's happened before. But if not, I will add that to the pile of videos that I want to make. Let's see. You can clip VODs. You can clip VODs. Absolutely. On Twitch, you can clip VODs. Just got the email that your PPU is delivered. Oh my God. I don't even think mine was shipped yet. Yes. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm so excited you're going to try this Bedazzles. Let us move these beautiful works of art to the side so you can see something much more important, which is me removing my nail polish. Aren't you all excited for this opportunity to watch me remove my nail polish? I know I'm excited for you. All right. I got these Amazon triple-sized cotton balls, and they unravel like an absolute dream. They're like Amazon brand. This one's gonna be like, except for me. I also got a new type of lint-free nail wipe. These suck. These suck balls. I hate them. I'm so sad I got them because they suck. So if you see something like that, don't buy it. Did you just DM me on Insta? Who you DM? Is it me? Is it you? Who knows? Guess who? Oh, shit. Thank you very much, Linry. Yes, okay. There was. Thank you, Linry. It was not my address. Thank goodness. All right. Drunken Fairy. Okay, everybody, who is, how is Drunken Fairy? Because like I feel like I never heard of them before, and suddenly everybody had them. Everybody was buying them. Who makes that? Why is it so popular all of the sudden? So you bought the serum and the Wet n Wild top coat and mixed it up months ago. Yes, please do it. Please do it. Yeah, Stricken Fairy is an indie brand, but like, oh, we don't know how much they are because of the free sample. I know. Oh, they have crackles. So many people are doing crackles now. I'm like, I want to get more crackles, but at the same time, I really like the look of like other colors on top or behind like regular like black crackle. So I don't know. I should expand my collection, but also our house painting is coming to an end and I need to pay the piper. And we did not finance, we did cash because we had like enough cash and we're not gonna have enough cash for very long. So yeah, we're gonna be budgeting the fuck out of shit. All right. Yeah, they're fairly new, right? Hello, Mercedes. Top of the afternoon to ya. You recognize the irony of saying you don't have the attention span to collect data and then proceed to collect data live in chat, right? Right, Phoenix? ADHD is the weirdest fucking shit. I'm like, I can't do that. Like you say, like I don't have the patience for that. And then people will be like, and yet you have the patience for like XYZ. And I'm like, you don't understand. It's different. I mean, the sad thing about ADHD is that like how I've heard it put by my therapist and such is that it is not a lack of attention span. It is it's not a deficit. It's a, what's the word? It's like dysregulation of attention. So like, you know, sometimes it's really easy to focus on something and then you end up hyper focusing. And then sometimes it's like, you can't focus for crap. Hello? My lamp was just like, would you like me to be like really dark and warm? And I'm like, actually, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You're still working off at 4:30 though. Yes. Everybody watch Linear's new dupe vid. And then tomorrow, watch my comparing all of the whites in all the white cream polishes in my collection. That's why it's dark. Y'all, I didn't have light number 5 on. I have 6 lights in here. I regularly use 5 of them. We have shrimp fingers again today. Yeah, watch it later. Watch me right now. Thank you, Lynn. Hello, girl. You're going to join the start of stream, and then you were hyper-focusing, as you say, when I looked up, it was 15 minutes later. Exactly. I'm glad you're here now. I'm glad that you could get your brain to interact. When I'm doing this, I just want to be like, Day-o. Day-o. Daylight come and we want to go home. That's what I want to do with these. So if you have pink nail clips at your house, I know I used to not use the nail clips. And then I just decided I was going to. And now we're nail clipping. There we go. Unable to control where the focus goes. Exactly. Nerd loves nails. There's focus, but maybe not the thing you need. And I hear that like I am on ADHD medication, and I've heard like it'll help you focus, but make sure you're focusing on the right thing. And so I think I have been able to quite a bit. What did Restream Bot do? What did he do? Let's see. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're European. No, I'm jealous of you being European. But yeah, boo. You have to as well. You're replacing your roof. Yeah, exactly. The people who are painting our house had a big discount if you could pay in cash. So I was just like, okay, well, we're gonna try to make this work. I have a lot of like checks and stuff I need to deposit though. So once those are in, I think we're gonna be like pretty okay. But we've been working with quite a bumper for a while, and so it's gonna be hard to go back. Let's see. When you heard that, it completely changed your perspective. You're recently diagnosed. You're still trying to figure out and relearning how to be human. Absolutely. Rainbow, I'm also pretty recently diagnosed, and it's weird because like I'm always resistant to like, you know, trends in general. And so when, you know, TikTok, I mean, I don't watch TikTok, but I watch responses to TikTok and stuff. When like people started being like, you might have ADHD if, I was like, okay, shut up. Like, you're not a doctor. So like, I feel like I was like ignoring what was actually there even more because I didn't want to be like self-diagnosing from TikTok. But yeah, then I finally like started going to a therapist who like specialized amongst other things in ADHD and also has ADHD. And she was like, wow, did you know that you absolutely have ADHD? And looking back, it makes perfect sense. And so many things make perfect sense. Like the fact that like I loved school and wanted nothing more than to like go to college and be well educated and learn things. And I did. But like I could not keep my grades up because I couldn't remember to turn in my homework. You know, things like that, where it's like, how to activate chat? What the fuck? Sorry, restream's being weird. I don't know. I don't know why. Restream, you seem to be fine. Go home, restream, you're drunk. Let's see. Even if you're not actually watching, you always open the live streams and keep the tab open in the background. Mercedes, thank you so much. I love lurkers. Thank you. That means so much to me. Paying with cash and not having a mortgage will drastically improve your monthly overhead. Yes. I need to pay with cash all the time. You got diagnosed and your kids are being diagnosed. Very interesting. Wait, you did shining nails? Wait, you're doing your gentle baby pink shower shining carpet nails. Yes. Okay, I cannot wait to see that. I missed that. I can't wait to see that. I'm so excited. Yes. Doc, you are still dialing in your meds. You think it's the most recent adjustment is right here. And you're able to regulate your attention and your babble impulse as long as your meds, long after your meds have worn off. That is so amazing. It's so funny because like, when I first started meds, I was on a certain dose and it seemed to be doing well. And I'm very wary of increasing my doses too much. I like to be on a low dose of meds just because like, you know, I mean, some people need higher doses and I respect that completely. But I like to, by the way, that Crelly is just gliding right off. But anyway, I like to be a little careful with the amounts I get. But then I finally went up to a higher dosage of my daily meds. And at first, actually, I felt like really flat. Like, I remember that there was a stream where I felt like I couldn't go on tangents. I was like, oh my God, like I've stopped talking about this topic and I don't know what to say next. It's like my brain is too dialed in. So for a while we had me on like using half the meds for sometimes and half the med and so like it was 20 milligrams sometimes and 40 milligrams other times. So 20 when I was doing stuff like streaming and could use a little bit of that ADHD vibe, which you can see I'm on 40 right now and the ADHD vibe is strong with this one. But then after a while, I realized that the 40 could work and I had better focus, but still had enough wild energy to go on tangents. So I'm hoping to stay at 40. That is my hope. We'll see though. We'll see. You're always curious if you have it because your dad does, but his medication gave him seizures. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is scary. Did the seizures never go away? Or was it just like while he was taking it? There are so many different ways to treat it though. That's one thing is that like there's so many different ways to treat it, including like training and coaching, which I think cannot be overlooked because like once you know you have ADHD, and even if you don't know if you have ADHD, but you feel like, you know, you're watching the TikToks and you're like, maybe that's me. If you like watch some videos about how to like cope with ADHD, that can be so helpful. Even to people who maybe don't actually qualify for having ADHD, but just like feel like they could use a little more help, like focusing, streamlining their life, things like that. Like things that help for me is just making things in my life as absolutely like simple as possible. So like I try not like, okay, it sucks to have to do like dishes or like I don't use a rice cooker anymore. I cook it on the stove because at the end of the day, if I leave the rice in the pot so long that it starts growing its own ecosystem, I can still sanitize that pot, and like it doesn't like cause weird stuff to happen in a machine that like then the machine is broken. So just stuff like that. There's like, you know, I'm not an ADHD coach, but like I think it's such a good idea if you think that you might have ADHD to start studying ways to improve your life without medication, without other treatments, because even if you don't, it might improve your life. There you go. Exactly. Medication is one component of management, but not the entire care plan. Absolutely. Oh, your doctor thinks you might be on the autism spectrum too, and both your kids are. That I hear that a lot of people have both. A lot of people. Surprising that's how many millennials got diagnosed, especially assigned female at birth, because looks different in us, and that really wasn't researched the last 10 to 15 years. Yeah, I was like, I have hyperactivity in how I talk and how I like go about learning things, and also like you can see it here on stream. Like when I want to create art, it's kind of like nothing will stop me. Like I will stay up until like any hour of the night, like doing what I need to do. But like I wasn't bouncing off the walls. I could sit still for like hours at a time, just like reading a book or something. So yeah, I think it was pretty hard. There's a lot of overlap between ADHD and autism. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I finally caught up with the chat. I feel like I am absolutely having one of those like, holy shit, I'm like, not I'm talking too much, because that's the beautiful thing about streaming. Like, I never shut up. But I'm a streamer. I'm streaming. So nobody's asking me to shut up. Although I do have to say that, like, even though it is so weird, because I have social anxiety, and I know that that probably sounds crazy, but I do. And sometimes I'm like, does everybody hate me? Do they wish that I would stop talking? Do they wish I wouldn't post so much in Discord? And I'm like, Stephanie, they literally joined this. No one would be here unless they like hearing you talk. So I have to remind myself that every once in a while. But also it's good to kind of like keep yourself in check, you know? It's never good. Like, competence is good, but you shouldn't like... But a little bit of self-doubt helps. Exactly, Khaleesi. You can always leave. Thank you, Earth Girl. Thank you. Getting a diagnosis does help, because then you can make plans and learn strategies. Absolutely, Allie. Absolutely. Yeah, medicine is not the end-all be-all, and so many people are diagnosed and unmedicated by choice. Not just because they can't afford it, although a lot of people can't, and it is tragic. Absolutely tragic that people can't get stuff that they really need. However, a lot of people choose not to be. And respect. And no one's going to force you, especially if you're in America. We were talking about this in the Discord. Like, no one... Your doctor works for you. There's certain things that they can say, we won't approve this unless you do this. But you could go to the doctor and they could say you're like dying and need to do a thing. And you could just not fucking do it. I'm not saying you should do that. But in the Discord, I was talking about this time that I had a cyst in my boobie. And it was not cancerous, and we were pretty sure it was not cancerous, and getting a mammogram early is not very good for you due to a variety of things. And I went to this place like to get an ultrasound, and they like took me to the mammogram room and kept being like, we need to give you a mammogram. And I was like, no. And then like they like wouldn't let me leave. They wouldn't let me, they wouldn't like just take me to get an ultrasound like my literal paperwork told them. And finally I was like, okay, then I'm going home. I'm leaving. And guess what? They took me to get an ultrasound. And then when I saw my gynecologist next, they were like, oh, I'm really glad that you didn't get a mammogram, because you shouldn't. Anyway. Yeah, the good old rejection is sensitivity. Exactly. There's also the ADHD, anxiety, depression trifecta. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Karen. You forgot it was PST and you just came in thinking she's just prepping her nails now? Did I fall to a certain other streamer's line? Yes, right? We actually already did a bunch of fluid art, but I did it before I removed my polish because it needs to dry for a long time. A long, long time. So we are letting it dry. There we go. Hello.
We have to walk the cats.
Oh.
Because they're gonna do the edges of the doors.
Okay. Should I go on BRB?
Well, I'm just letting you know. I locked Shepard in my office. I don't know where Echo is, probably in the bedroom.
Okay.
I might want you to text them when they're locked in.
Okay. So are you finding Echo?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. I guess we have to lock the cats in. So, right? Are you talking about the mammogram thing? It was wild. When someone dislikes you, you just tell yourself they're missing out because you're awesome. You got to live by that on social media. Absolutely. And for me too, I really, unless somebody has like some weird shitty thing against me or something, like I don't blame anybody who's not into my vibe because like, look, I love y'all. You watched, most of you, a video of me with like chest hair on my titties and a porcelain doll mask and a fake beard. Not everybody's into that shit. I understand. I have no problem with people who are not into that shit. And yeah, if you're making art, not everybody is gonna like it. And if everybody likes it, it probably isn't great art. It might be good. It probably is if everyone likes it. But yeah. See, absolutely having a reason why is a great step in unpacking the lie of just try harder. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there are also people who aren't candidates for chemical assistance for a variety of factors. Absolutely. Absolutely. The chest hair is a feature, not a bug. Exactly. See, Allie? See? You see what I mean? Oh, the flu art is wild. It is wild. Chest hair, oh my God. Earth Girl, I just started singing that, and it just occurred to me that that isn't a popular song. That you know it too. Chest hair on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time. When Husbando comes back in here, I gotta tell him you just quoted that. That is a song, I don't remember what it's called, but it's by an artist named Peaches, who is not famous very much, I don't think. And the original line is, sucking on my titties like you wanted me. Wow. Surprise after surprise, Earth Girl. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, fuck the pain away. Thank you. I came to the first stream of mine blind after listening to one podcast and watching PPU Bingo, and I was like, fuck yes, this is my people. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, everybody. We've got to actually start painting our nails. Unless I have to go find a cat. Let me double check that Neko-sensei isn't in his bed. No, he is not. We have a little heated bed that Neko-sensei really loves. So sometimes he's there. You saw Peaches last summer at Pride. Amazing. I actually only know about Peaches because of my husband. Because he knows that song. Maybe it seems like it's probably more famous than I realized. Oh my God, did you guys hear? So, you know, JoJo Siwa's doing that entire rebrand thing. And like, it's kind of cringe, but like, whatever. I was like, okay, if you want to be cringe, go off. And still, I don't think that there's really any harm in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she should do what she wants. However, I guess in an interview, she was like, and I went to my agents and I said, like, I want to invent a new genre of music and call it gay pop. And like, it was like, honey, what? In no world is that a new genre. In no world. She came out in a titty dress. Yes, please send pics. Put it in not safe for work. Please send pics. I can't wait to see. But yeah. And then like somebody was like, she was doing an interview on the street and she said that she was inventing a new genre called gay pop. And she's like, well, if you ask somebody like who's a gay pop artist, like they wouldn't say they wouldn't say anybody, whatever. And the person was like, so like Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, Madonna, Lady Gaga, Elton John. I would add Scissor Sisters. I would add Sylvester. There are so many people who make gay pop music and who are also gay pop stars who don't necessarily make gay music. Like gay music, like it's a different thing. But like specifically, there are many who make specifically gay music. And she was like, oh, well, yeah, well, that's who I would think of too. But like, well, regular people or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God, girl, you are so like, this is so embarrassing for you. This is so embarrassing for you. Stop. Stop it. Let's see. You heard that song on Letterkenny during the LGBTQ wedding. You loved it immediately. Amazing. I didn't realize that there was a Letterkenny LGBTQ wedding. All of the above. That's impressive. JoJo Siwa is still a young artist trying to find herself. Let her figure it out. Remember Miley Cyrus's early days? Yeah, absolutely. I have reasons that like I preferred Miley Cyrus's early days, but yeah, in general, I do agree with you. She's a young artist. Let her figure herself out. But hearing her say that she invented gay pop was kind of insulting, TBH. And yeah, I just didn't like it. You miss lesbian folk music? Yes. Katy Perry, absolutely, Rainbow, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. It's cringy. Like, I'm not going to listen to JoJo Siwa. And the only reason I even know about this rebrand is because I follow so many commentary channels. And the video that I heard this part from was on, it was on, oh, what is her name? Why can't I remember her name? Why don't I remember you? It came out like yesterday, so I should just be able to go to my subs. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Gabby Bell. For some reason, that completely like did not cross my mind. Gabby Bell. I really liked her video coverage of it because a lot of people have been giving JoJo Siwa shit about things that she does not deserve shit over, saying she stole music when she very clearly licensed music, things like that. But Gabby Bell talks about the stuff that like she doesn't like, but also kind of debunks the stuff that like that shouldn't be part of this conversation, you know? That like we should not be like mad at JoJo Siwa about. Good old what's her name? Exactly. You've been out of mainstream music for a bit, been jamming to YouTube artists and all the music you grew up on the last several months. Yeah, I very rarely listen to new music. And when I do, it is almost always music that is like a video game. Like two of my favorite artists right now are Miracle of Sound and Aviators. And they make songs based off of various video games and shows and stuff. My favorite Aviators songs are Hell Has an Elevator, which is based off of the video game Faith. And then also, they have another one called The Rot, which is about Elden Ring. I haven't played Elden Ring, but I really love Aviator's songs about it. I really love that one and Falling Stars. And then when it comes to Miracle of Sound, I love their song Commander Shepard. I really want to sing it karaoke style for y'all one day. Because not only is it about Mass Effect and how cool Commander Shepard is, but also I have a cat named Commander Shepard. So it makes me happy. They also have a song called Only Us, which is based off of Jaime and Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones. And it's so good. And they just have a ton. Like, I could go on. So many, but those are my favorites. Oh my God, you've been listening to Miracle Sound for years. Yes. Whatchamacallit, The Rot, I believe, is sung. The song The Rot, I believe, is sung by Miracle of Sound. Actually, the vocals are done by Miracle of Sound. They work together quite a lot. That's amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. You know about Elden Ring and Dark Souls. You learn from everything you know. You've learned from Miracle of Sounds. Oh, the other one I love from Aviators is about Bloodborne, and it's called No One Will Save You. It's very Nine Inch Nails. It's so good. It's so good. You'd love it. So there's a K-pop group who does gay music videos, web dramas, and none of them 6 men are declared as to sexually. There are some blowback because people thought they were catching in on LGBTQ plus without the right to, but you adore them. You know what? Your wife loves Aviators. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're all in like the same boat here. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like when it comes to Asian groups, like Asian, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, if they're doing gay shit, you got to give them a pass if they're not like out, because like even if they are, that can be like it's tough. It's tough out there, especially Chinese, because like they're cracking down on that shit so hard, which like is such a bad idea on every level. Cause like vaguely queer Chinese dramas have gotten really popular, but China is super cracking down on them. And I'm like, y'all like money, right? Stop doing this shit. Like, of course I want them to like the gays. That, you know, is a perfect world. But I am willing to be like, y'all like money, right? But yeah, it's scary. It's scary out there. For people. So you highly recommend To Be Better by Miracle of Sound. It's a God of War song, but it stands firmly on its own. I will definitely listen to that. To Be Better? Okay. Yeah, most of the Miracle of Sound songs, and Aviators as well, are really good songs in their own right. Like, really good songs. And a lot of them, like, inspire me in my own writing. Especially Aviators. Because there's this story I've been working on for, like, decades now that, like, I've never... It's really flushed out. It's really flushed out. But I, like, really don't know where and when to start it. Because, like, well, spoiler alert for a book that might come out in 20 years. It's like multi-generational, and I cannot decide the best way to go about telling that. So who knows? But yeah, there's a lot of songs that really make me, like, inspire me in different ways in my writing. And the current thing I'm working on, like, hard right now, the boy fanfic, I haven't really found a lot of music that, like, inspires me for that one, so I would like to. Yes, please. Ginny D is also good for tabletop RPG themed music, and she has a very sultry, jazzy voice. I know about Ginny D because Jenny Nicholson talked about her in a video. So yeah, I will check that out. Okay, where's my tiny scissors? Oh my God, can you believe this? My tiny scissors were, like, available. They were, like, here. Incredible. Incredible. See, personally, you've been delving back into the Heathers musical. You blame Hazbin Hotel for bringing it back to your YouTube music recommendations. Amazing. I've never watched the Heathers musical or heard it. What I really want to listen to, okay. There is this musical that I fucking love. that I don't think they've ever uploaded it to Spotify. Somewhere in my house, I have like the record for it, but it stars, I forgot what his name was, but in the original, I'm gonna look him up. In the original, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, he was, the second culture dude. He was the second one. Jai Rodriguez, or Jay, I think is how he goes. Jay Rodriguez. And he was in Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Yes, he was like the culture guy. Anyway, it's called Xana Don't instead of Xana Do. And it's about a world where the default mode and the way people procreate is through being gay. Like, people are default gay. And so you're queer if you're straight. And so there's two straight people who fall in love, and like Xana, who is Jay Rodriguez, is or Jai, I don't, tell me if you know how to pronounce his name. He's like a matchmaker, like a magical matchmaker. And it's just incredibly sweet and incredibly cute, and he is so fucking cute. And oh my god, he sings this one song called, I think, Blow Winds, where he's like changing the world basically, and it is like very emotional, and I love it. Your son is obsessed with the Beetlejuice musical. I want to see the Beetlejuice musical very badly, but the tickets are crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. All right, so it is time. It is time. Watch, yes, the movie's so good. Oh my god, do we have a doctor in the house? I can ban myself. I'm not gonna ban myself. I'm gonna ban whatever their name was. There we go. Musicals, YouTube animations are fire. Got you into Heathers and Hamilton. Very good. All right. So, we've got to get this off. So we're going to pull from the edge. Let me find like a bigger, thicker area. There we go. Now, hopefully, this is dry enough to come off. Over on that corner, it's feeling perhaps not dry enough to come off. I actually kind of wonder if putting like dry drops. I don't own any drying drops. But I kind of wonder if I put like drying drops under this or on this, if it would set it faster. I'm feeling pretty satisfied though with how it's coming off. And as long as it doesn't all break. It's okay if it's gummy, because that's actually even better. Because then it'll be more malleable to use as a decal. So I'm kind of thinking I really want to use that one in like a star situation, because I'm going to start on my thumb like I always do. But there's so many good ones over here. So many good ones here. So I'm not going to run out of really great images, so I don't want to use one that is not as good just to like use it, you know what I mean? Also, I kind of want to write TLLL on my nails. But we'll see. I might just leave them plain. Just with the fluid art. I broke it a little bit there. But like I said before, that's not really going to matter. I've had whole nails of fluid art that I have literally like pieced together. That I've literally just like little bit by bit, just like pieced together from like 3 different pieces or 4 different pieces. So it actually does not really matter if it's a little fucked up and broken. Okay. But let's do my thumb first. I am kind of thinking this spot here for my thumb. Or maybe this one over here. Right now, I'm just using a little orange wood stick and just kind of like shimmying it under. I don't always do it this way, but I'm doing it this way today. Usually it's best to have these dry for about 4 hours. We let these dry for about 45 minutes. Because I live on the edge. What's a common abbreviation to that community uses for the podcast? You've been using 2LL, but in your brain, but TLL is more common. If TLL is more common, I usually say TLL. But I feel like either is absolutely valid. I feel like either is completely valid. Okay. All right. Okay. I fucked up that like side there. So here is what we got. Yeah, this side was the sacrificial lamb here. You're the sacrificial lamb. So we're gonna cut this. So that is ready for a different nail. And for my thumb, do a little sizing. And we're gonna do this. And this might be all we use from this particular fluid puddle. But it's good to keep it around because, like I said, if there's like an area that you don't fill up, you can always just come back and like grab a little bit of the leftover and like smoosh it in there. The Peach City dress over 2015 and not on your computer, but you sent a different video picture. Thank you. Off topic, but you got your first BKL order today and you were so impressed. You also had a piece of candy. I love when they said a piece of candy. Nothing's ever off topic here. To be off topic, there has to be an on topic. And I just don't think that's what we do here. All right, I'm going to use Orly Polish Shield. This is just like a random ass top coat. That's not my Glistening Glow. And this is nice and thin. And basically what we're doing is we're melting this into my nail. I'm trying to decide which way I want it. I'm not sure if it's going to work that way, so we're going to do this way. I am sad we're not going to have this part. Once I get my Hollow Taco order, I'm going to have Christine's nice little pusher to deal with these corners and stuff. I don't have that right now. Where are my sticks? Sticks, where'd you go? I moved some shit around in here, and now I don't know where my sticks are. Okay, I have unopened sticks. Let's open the stick. All right. There we go. Okay. All right, so here we are. Make sure I'm on screen. So I'm going to be taking this and just kind of like removing the edge. It doesn't need to be perfect because I'm going to go back in with my cleanup brush and finalize it. And you really don't want, unless you have white in your design, which I think white in a fluid art design is beautiful. But you don't want to use a white base. You want to use whatever the lightest color is. Because then if there are areas that have not gotten any nail polish color in them, you can just have that lightest color fill up that space. So I'm pulling these off. I wouldn't recommend that for every kind of decal, but because, like I said, fluid art is so like, because see, I tore right there, but because this is all so loosey-goosey and, you know, there's no like harsh lines or anything, you're never gonna notice if I just like push it back together. You're just not gonna notice. There is, though, a little bit of like empty space over here, but we'll see if I care enough to do anything about that. We'll see, we'll see. All right. So let's take a bit of acetone. I'm actually gonna go in starting with my thick KB shimmer brush. By which I mean my tweezers. There we go. And because we didn't use a white base, I don't have to be too worried about cleaning this up. Because when you use a white base on something like water marble, which I generally do, that white base can really like show itself through. Like you'll get like a white outline that can be pretty hard to fix. So this should look perfect regardless. All right, call the internet goons. So yeah, this is... I'm so glad I switched the order. I must make note, if you want something to be less noticeable in your water marble, add it first, not last. All right. You're welcome. All right, all right. Lean really deep in there. By the way, bingo is on Sunday. Danny will be joining us for bingo. I told Danny I could, you know, do it without her or find a co-host if she needed the day off. But she said, nah. Nah, queen. I'm gonna fucking be there. And I was like, hell yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. This is Number 1. So I'm going to clean up that edge a little bit more so it's not as square. Stop being so square, man. Yes. Yes, PPO Bingo is on Sunday. It's gonna be May. All right, how does this sit on this nail? It sits on this nail beautifully. Looks like I can do it. Yeah, okay. So let's go in with the polish shield. Yeah, applying decals is when I like to use up my bad top coats, my shitty top coats. Polish shield by Orly, in my humble opinion, sucks balls. I do like In a Snap, though. In a Snap is quite good. I'm so glad that the Justin Timberlake May memes have, like, stayed relevant. I'm glad we all collectively were like, yep, we're doing this. This is our new tradition. So pretty, this one. So pretty. All right. I'm going to do a bit of cutting off. So I don't really feel like pulling on this one. The other one had like a lot of leeway, if that makes sense. This has such a cool design on the end. I'm just going to like put it over. And then if you want to melt them around this side, first off, you can just kind of take your little pusher and pull it off on the inside. And then you can take your cleanup brush, take the cat hair off of it, and you can just use that nail polish remover to melt that folded over bit into your nail. There we go. Hi, Nikki. Yes, you missed my witchcraft. Hello, hello. How are you doing, my dear? Just, is it last night or 2 nights ago, Nikki watched one of my low-key, like, I don't know if I'd say favorite, but a horror movie I actually almost made a video about a long time ago, and like I went so far as to record it and everything, but then like I just could not finish it. Called Puppet Master. And it was a movie that I was always scared of when I went to Hollywood Video. And much like other doll movies, I didn't want to watch it because my sister's bedroom was full of fucking porcelain dolls. And I was like, if I would like to continue to exist in this space, I'm gonna have to not be afraid of dolls. Oh, thank you for hanging out, Allie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You use your bat top coats or swash sticks. I do that too. I also do that. But yeah, it's a movie about this man who has made these puppets. And they're like his children, basically. But for some reason, he has made these puppets are just absolutely horrifying. Like, I don't know why. He's always like, they have the idea that these puppets like never wanted to do anything bad, and they're these like peaceful, good puppets that he's made, and he's a peaceful, nice man. But why does one of them have a drill for a head? Why does the other one have like knives for hands? Like, dude, the fuck? Like, why? Like, I could probably find the actually like original like audio and stuff for Puppet Master. Like, not for Puppet Master, for my discussion on Puppet Master. But, like, I was just so, like, do you agree, Nikki? That, like, the dude's, like, basically, like, I never wanted people to, like, use my puppets for evil, and yet... thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out, nerd. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you again for joining the Patreon. Oh, so there's 2. And they're gonna look even better. Even better when I'm done. Yeah, and yeah, they're horrifying. Absolutely, Nikki. I was just like, why didn't you make them nice? I gotta say, though, that the puppets do, except for one of them. I don't know how he made that puppet. There's a puppet who coughs up leeches. Like, dude. Could I ask you a quick question? The actual fuck. Yeah, why did he do that to them? Yeah, the leech one is the worst. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I would say hashtag same brain, Nikki, but if you watch that movie and you don't think that the freaking leech one is the absolute worst, like, then I don't know. I guess you got like a stomach of steel or something. Like, I do not know. I'm filing the edge of this so that it might be a little softer going into this next pickup. All right. Let's get in there. But yeah, it's kind of like oddly horny, and I really appreciated the horniness of it. There's a really horny couple, and I love them. There's also that fortune teller, Nikki. Her accent's so bad. She has like a southern accent, and it's so fucking bad. Do you feel the same way about that? Like, it was enjoyable, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with having a terrible accent. Jesus, Steph, I can't help having knives for hands kill you with the knives hands. That is basically Puppet Master. That's basically the plot of Puppet Master. Now, actually, somebody else is controlling the dolls. Or the puppets. Anyway, it is like an oddly hilarious and amazing, hysterical movie. And had I watched it as a kid, I don't think I would have been afraid of it. There is a sequel. There's one with a drill for a head, and he always is the scariest one to me. Like, that was the main reason I didn't want to watch Puppet Master as a kid. And in a later movie, trigger warning for me describing something very violent and gross. I believe that the drill head one is, like, he, like, drills into somebody's head, like their forehead. Hello, son! Thank you so much for the resub! Hello, hello! Alright. So I think for this middle one, this area right here. So let's cut that. And make sure it is big enough. How you doing, son? Are you off work? I really hope that this is big enough. I am beginning to doubt. Right now, my middle nail is kind of short. Like, kind of shorter than the other ones, just by a bit. Oh, yay! It fits. It fits. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfection. You have 20 more minutes, but not today because it's your first end of the month with all the new changes. It isn't going well. Holy shit. That's what happens when you lay off a bunch of fuckers. Like, well, they're fuckers. A bunch of people. I don't know why I called your former coworkers fuckers. I apologize. But that's what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. right. Lay that down. And let's do the outside. You think a lot about the Cenobites from Hellraiser, especially the guy with CDs in his face. Yes. I think about the one that's just like fat and ugly a lot. I'm like, what's his deal? With the glasses, you know what I'm talking about? I wish I was a bigger fan of Hellraiser. One of Clive Barker's contemporaries, who he was friends with, I love his books so much, and they have so rarely made movies of his books. I've only read a few of them. But one of them that was made into a movie recently was called The Influence, or La Influenza, I believe, because it was a Spanish spoken film, like Spanish language film. And like it definitely had all the hallmarks of his work. But I would really like somebody who to do The Doll Who Ate His Mother. That was what first got me into him, because I heard about that book. And I was like, wow, that is a fucking name, isn't it? And then I read it, and it was so crazy good. The twist had me like, whoa. And the twist was like right in my face, too. And then I was like, what the fuck? The twist was like Christian Bale in makeup, where I'm like, why is Christian Bale in makeup? And then I find out there's 2 Christian Bales, and that they didn't just get a 2-for-1 special. The layouts aren't even an issue. It's the new people in charge that are the problem. You can't even with it right now. I'm so sorry. But he also, they sound delicious, Cenobites. Yes. Okay, I've actually had that exact thought. Have y'all seen the rabbits reenacting? It was like bunnies. There was a channel, and maybe even a website, where it was like bunnies reenacting movies. The one they did for Hellraiser, we quote on a daily basis. I mean, I guess we're just quoting Hellraiser when we quote it. But like, one bunny's like, I come for the box. And the other one's like, it was always yours. And we quote it constantly. I should get more into the Hellraiser verse, but it feels like it should be right up my alley, because there's like BDSM and demons and shit. And like my favorite horror, my favorite horror, like, I like demonic horror and found footage horror the best. Although I like a lot of things. And they're not found footage, but you would think that I would be like super into Hellraiser. I think also I like the last time I watched Hellraiser, I was a bit too stupid for it. Like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that like the uncle in it probably had sex with the mom, and maybe that girl was his daughter, which is why he kept saying, come to daddy. And I'm like, Stephanie, why are you so stupid? I am too stupid to survive. I would not survive a horror movie. I'm simply too dumb. Actually, though, I do think that, like, especially, like, real life situations, I always feel like if I were to, like, if there was going to be, like, a person in my house that was going to, like, kill me, I always feel like I simply wouldn't let them, because, like, I would just, like, grab the nearest chair or something and start wailing on them. And I feel like that's how most realistic horror movies tend to be solved successfully. I mean, guns are kind of a thing, you know? Like, guns are kind of an issue. You can head up to somebody with a chair, like, I'm gonna fucking beat you up with this. But yeah. I'm glad you're all listening to me being like, I could beat somebody up with a chair. For sure. I don't know. I feel like I could. I feel like I could beat somebody up with a chair. They're looking so good so far. They are looking so much. They're looking so much like the two lacquered ladies background. Right? Like, they're really doing good. I need to do a little stretch, though. By the way, if you've been redeeming hydrate or stretch, it's really hard while doing dual streaming for me to realize that that's happened. So I should, like, do something to help me realize that that's happened. All right. All right. All right. So, number 3. Nail number 3, I think, has to be this big ol' area in the center. So let's cut that out. What's nice about this versus other types of nail art is that it's a little bit easier to kind of like do stuff while you're doing it, because these are basically like dry to the touch. What's the base color? The base color is Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai from the Glisten and Glow Tiki Time collection. That's the base. The 2 oranges in this are Pretty Fly for a Mai Tai and Limbo Lover from the Tiki Time collection. The purple is Synthetic Symphony. The orchid pink is Kaleidoscope Eyes by Orly. No longer available like Synthetic Symphony because they don't have the pigment for it. Then, the like pink is, I don't remember, is it Purdy in pink from Orly / Lisa Frank. Then we have a dot of the blue from the Orly / Lisa Frank and a dot of the of It's Brittany Beach. Again by Orly. Here we are. Nail number 3. Because these are getting more dry, they're getting easier to work with. But I am really glad that I got to do them on stream with y'all, because I know people wanted to know how to do this. So I teach you. It is easy and fun. Other than cleanup, it takes very little skill. See, also pro tip, if you ever need to skip the robot menus, start spouting obscenities, and the voice actor is trying to fast track you to a human rep. Oh my God, absolutely be nice to the human rep though. If you aren't nice to your human reps, I will find you. That is so fucking funny. I didn't know that was a thing. That they would just be like, oh. See, for me, if I was programming that, if I heard obscenities, I would just drop the fucking call. I'd be like, nah. I'm not gonna let them. I kind of wish I had done this part. I wish I'd reversed this. I wish I had put my thing down, flipped it, and reversed it, you know? Alright, alright, alright. Let's get as much crud as we can off of this. Here we go. Beauteous. And now let's clean. You love a yellowy orange, yes. Hold on, so I've navigated the ISP robot without cursing. There you go. Corporations have figured out that people who curse on the phone tend to no longer want to pay them. Yeah, fair enough. Fucking fair. I should tell that to my mom. Because she is always having difficulties. All right. I don't feel like I'm that good at it anymore, but like I used to be really good at reverse customer service, is what I would call it. Where I would like navigate the system and get exactly what I wanted by asking the right questions and being nice. Now I'm just a bitch. No. My temper has gotten shorter though. So like I have to like really keep myself in check. I'm usually not mad at the person who is working. I just like have a hard time like not sounding really pissed off due to whatever else is happening. The one time though that I got like, I did not actually get mad at this person. I just asked to speak to a manager who like fixed everything because like I had like a prescription that I fucking needed. And like it had gotten approved and everything said it was approved except for like they weren't shipping it out. And so I like called and this chick was like, it wasn't approved. And I'm like, are you absolutely sure? Because like I called my doctor and they said it was approved and I did this and it said it was approved and like all this stuff. And they're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, can I speak to a manager, please? And she was like, okay. And as soon as the manager got on, she was like, it was approved. So thank you. And I'm like, thank you. I don't know what the person was doing, but I didn't get mad at her because I'm a big girl. I can handle myself. You're always nice to CSRs. You're not mad at them, just their bosses. Absolutely. Absolutely. No reason to get mad at them. You rarely curse IRL because I found out this piece of trivia. You found it more effective than matching zero. Amazing. I love that. I need to try it. I need to try it. Yeah, that was like the one time I talked to a CSR who actually, they were not doing their job. Because yeah, I've, worked at Disney and I've been a CSR at a few different places. Including one company that was like, I don't know if scamming's the right word, but like they legit were not refunding people's like returns. Like people were not getting their refunds. And that was like some of the worst work times of my life. So you're bad at keeping emotions out of your voice. You usually say something like, I know this isn't your fault and will apologize. I do the exact same thing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just want you to know this isn't you. I'm just very frustrated. And like, thank you so much for helping me. But like, it can be hard. It can be so hard to not just be like, I'm so mad. All right, we're going in with Polish Shield again. And let's get this one onto my nail. These are coming out even more gorgeous than I thought. Especially when we were just getting started, I was like worried I was not going to be able to get the look I was going for. But I did. Hold on. I'm pushing it over here. There we go. There's a few spots on this where like I wasn't able to like reach the edge of my nail, but like I said, because I have that nice base coat, that base color, no one's ever gonna fucking know. Except for you and me. Whoever watches this VOD. I've never used this many colors. Maybe that first one used this many colors, actually. I used 6 colors in that. But this one I used 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 7. I used 7 colors in this. And that one I used 6. Oh no, I used 5 in that one. So no, this one's definitely the most I've used. I can't believe they're almost finished with painting my house. My house is so pink. The light pink that we chose for the house, so the house is being painted light pink, a dark, almost mauvey pink, which I thought I was kind of settling for this color, but now that I've seen it, it's perfect. And then white for the accents and trim. Like, well, like dark pink for like the most accenty accents. And then you might do TS nails. You should. You're so obsessed. I wish I could keep up with you. Then I wouldn't have time for anything else. But yeah, like the pink I partially chose because the name was Feminique. And it is like not exactly the tone of pink that I was envisioning. However, I will, for as you know, the foreseeable future, be able to tell people that my house's color is Feminique. They'd be like, I love that pink. And I'll be like, thank you. It's Feminique. I will, once the house is done, I will take some pictures. Some nondescript pictures of the house so that y'all can see the Feminique. By the way, Helen, in night blogging, there is another picture of that same room of my house that I shared my wallpaper from. Right, isn't it? You understand that people have scripts they need to follow, but when you put a thing at the end of every sentence and explain why it won't work this time, you start feeling unheard. I gotta say, from working in some of those places, like there were some things that were so fucking annoying that they made us do. Like, we didn't exactly have, like, a total script we had to follow. But I remember I worked in a call center where they said that you had to check back in every 2 minutes. And sometimes I'd be dealing with these kind of, like, longer problems. And, like, I would be checking back in every 2 minutes. And, like, not only did I feel like like it was stopping me from being able to work as fast because I was constantly worried about checking in every 2 minutes and they were really strict about it. But also a lot of people started getting annoyed about it because they'd be like, yeah, I understand, get back to work. Like, I wish it was like every 3 minutes or like, I don't know, something better than that. Because like, it really sucked because they were really, really pushing multitasking. And although I like kind of understand why they wanted us to do it that way, I just felt like it was sacrificing actual efficiency for the appearance of efficiency. You know what I mean? Like, because at that place, at the end of the day, if I had lost someone on the phone, even if they'd hung up out of frustration, I would have probably still kept working on their issue. And it would have gotten solved. But like, it was just so annoying. So annoying. Whereas at like the place that I worked before that was a subsidiary of the same company, they were like, if someone's being angry at you, put them on hold. Put them on like, just like put them on hold. Just put them on hold. And one time I had a person who was so mad. Like, I answered the phone and he was immediately screaming at me. And I like messaged my boss, like, I don't know what to do. I'm so scared of this guy. And like the boss just kind of like calmed me down, talked me through it. And then while I was working and putting him on these long holds, a few things happened. One thing, I think he started to realize he was like being a little overreactive and he started calming down, but also he was able to better tell me what the problem was. And then at the end of it, he apologized for being so angry. And like, that was really, really nice of him. And it ended up being actually a positive experience for both of us. And I did that by putting him on long holds. I think another thing it did was that it let him have some break in his day. He was just like he even was saying like, well, I was on hold for a while, so I was able to like do this thing. Whereas like clearly he was really busy. So I don't know. Call centers are weird, man. The house at weird angles, so we can't tell where you live. Exactly. My house itself is not like really visible from the street. So I'm not too worried about showing y'all a bit of my house. I'm mostly worried about showing you things adjacent to my house. Yay! Congratulations! I know the message I posted before was probably scrolled off. I was mad at the CSR was telling me to do a thing that literally would not work in my situation multiple times. I hate that. One time at the same company, which is not the worst company I've worked at by far. It was probably the worst on like a personal work level, because the worst company I worked for was actually decent to work for, but they were fucking over their customers, and I literally can't do that to people. I like could not work in that environment. But the reason I quit was there was a lady I was on the phone with, and I was trying to fix her problem. And I was making it worse. And somebody told me to do this thing to fix it, and I tried it, and it made it even worse. And so I was asking, because I was in a Zoom call with this person, I was asking my manager, the person who was supposed to be like the trainer, because we were all pretty new. I was like, can you come into this Zoom call and fix this for this person with me in the Zoom call? So then I can like watch you do it, and then I can do it next time, because as we're going, I'm making it worse. I'm asking her to do the thing you want her to do, but we tried it before and it made it worse. And then like, now she doesn't trust me. Now she won't do anything I say. She doesn't trust me. And the person was just like, just deal with it. Just deal with it, basically. Just deal with it. And then finally, like somebody else who was not a trainer, who was not a boss, was like, tell them that I'll call them back at lunch and I'll fix it for them. And so I was like, thank you so much. So yeah, I did that. And the person was so mad. And I literally read to them the conversation I had had with my manager. I was like, they won't help me. I want to help you so bad, and they will not help me. And so finally, that's what made me quit. Because I was like, if you're not going to support me, I can't work here. I'm not going to fuck up people's shit and not be able to fix it. And their thing was like, oh, well, everyone has questions and I can't treat you with like special, I can't treat you specially. And it was like, aren't there some things that are like a slightly higher priority that you could just, I'm like, it would take 10 fucking minutes. Anyway. You called FedEx today for a package and they claim it was delivered yesterday, but you couldn't get a CSR no matter what you tried. Oh my God, they hung up on you? You also don't do customer service, but once got a call from your other division and the person was so mean to you. You started to cry because I know nothing about their division and no one else was there, but one of their managers came in and I'm crying on this call and he took it over. Yes. Oh my God. I have gotten out. Did I accidentally make this 420 nails? I swear I switched everything. I'm just looking down at my restream and they're like 420 nails. Well, if it says 420 nails, then I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, why is everybody trying to like sell me viewers? Ooh, your package. Most time your overnight CSR is you have too much retail and food service experience to do otherwise. Yeah, that's the way to live your life. That's the way to live your life. Like I said, I've only had one experience with the CSR ever where I felt like it was a CSR's fault. But then I asked for a manager and I didn't complain about the CSR. I wasn't mean to her. The manager came and fixed it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are they linked? Nikki sent me a present. I'm so excited. I need to check the tracking. I'm so worried about everything right now because with the painters, it's like hard to get deliveries. Hopefully they'll put it in the barber shop. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. We'll see. All right, it looks even better. It looks even better. With the top coat. So beautiful. And when you look deep into these fluid arts, especially with that top coat, you can just see all the layers. I wish I could. Well, I'll get pictures of this for y'all later. Thank you. See, voice in the caller who knows the CSR is the employee, not the boss. Yes. Like Rainbow, you have those experiences retail and food. But now you have to be super extra special nice because your name is Karen. Yes, you do. You do. You're at like that. You know what? As funny as like the term Karen is, I do feel really bad for people named Karen who are not Karens. You know what I mean? I mean, of course you know what I mean, because your name is Karen and you're not a Karen. Yeah, you've got to be the anti-Karen. You have to be the example. The example for all other Karens to follow. Thank you. You resent that because there are times you do need to escalate to a supervisor or manager. You know what? Like, it is not your fault your name is Karen. Wait, I talked to a manager at Target last month and it made me almost ill. The car in question was turning customers into entertainment. In my head, you were like, what about the next person they do that to? Your mom's named Karen, and yeah, the F the Karen thing, yeah. Cat medicine time! The time in the stream where Sun gives her cats medicine. It's important to celebrate the little things in life. Like having to give your cats medicine. Celebrate the things in life that you don't really even feel like you should be celebrating. He worked someone named Karen at a convenience store and she wanted to wear a name tag with a different name because she hated the Karen stigma. I feel like if you're the one working at the convenience store, then you should feel fine. Not feel fine. I don't want to tell any Karens how to feel. But I feel like you've earned the right to be Karen. Of course, Karen. Oh, there's no Karen stigma in this chat. Oh, they're so pretty. Just like, whenever I do fluid art, I'm just like, why am I not wearing fluid art 24 hours a day? I'm having a top coat gasm right now. I love it. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. They're the two Lacquered Ladies brand colors. And these are actually the colors. I haven't put it on the OBS, but the two Lacquered Ladies mobile are freaking whatchamacallit, our motorcycle and sidecar. The multi-chrome effect on it was themed after our image. One second. I'll bring it up one more time. And that was an idea by Pebble Sun, who made that little image. So yeah, the motorcycle is themed after this. Like if you look at the color of the motorcycle, it goes through all these colors. When you worked in retail, angry male customers were the scariest. Absolutely. Oh my god, we were watching an anime. We were watching an anime and like this chick was like really mad. And like this person was like, well, like they're scarier because they're a woman, and if it was a man, it would be less scary. And I was like, absolutely speak for yourself. Like, absolutely. Like, and it was a boss, actually. It was a boss. I'm like, if a female boss yelled at me, I might quit. If a male boss yelled at me like that, I would literally, like, leave the office and never return then. Like, oh my God. So fucking scary. So fucking scary. My pinky is lumpy. Once this top coat dries a little bit, I'm going to push in some of the lumps. A beautiful thing about nail polish is that, like, versus gel, is that once your nail polish gets, like, to, you know, a certain level of dryness, you can shape it up a little bit if you're having problems with it. Lucky every time I had mails, there was a counter betwixt you and danger. Excellent. Look at that. Okay, let's see if we can get it all in focus. Oh my God. So beautiful. Yeah, definitely the one on my thumb is like the least good. That second one, I do gotta say that my homebrew worked better than my store-bought brew. I mean, I do think I did better on the color placement as well. God, this is so good. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Of all the retail jobs you work in, the one that was wildest, people got weird about their booze and tobacco. Wait, where were you? Oh, at the convenience store. I believe you. I believe you. You're a 60-inch tall and have a baby face. It will always be scary to you. Thank you. Thank you, Painting Polish. Thank you. Yeah, dudes be scary. Not all dudes. But there's enough of them that are. Okay. We're gonna just do a little bit of pressing in. And these are thick. So thick. So thick right now. But they will be less thick later. You have points. You gonna use them? I'm so happy with this. I think... Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I think I'm gonna leave them like this. I was gonna like draw like a TLL or something on it. I do want to start working a little bit more on my lettering because it'd be really nice to do like really nice crisp lettering. But I'm not going to do that today. So many wows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who was that just did that one? It's too small. I can't read it. Let me see. Earth Girl, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I think I'm gonna put on a nail polish on my other hand because we still have 45 minutes until I need to be done. So I might be a little bit early today, but anybody have a nail polish that you know that I own or think I might own that you think would be cool to pair? I mean, there's two I just got, which are the ones from the sleepover polish pickup. Thank you, Khaleesi. Thank you, thank you. Go down these bottom drawers. I know what combo I want to try, but I don't think it would be like the best with this. I don't think it would be the best with this fluid art. Oh, it's so good. I've done a lot of fluid art that I've really loved. I don't think I've ever done one I like as much as this. But it makes sense because I'm theming it after the colors that I chose myself for the podcast. So those colors were great. I have Phoenix Kona Ice. And this is a fun one. It's a sheer. But I feel like I could put this over its Brittany Beach. And it might be a really pretty look. And also over Synthetic Symphony, it could be a really pretty look. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's do Phoenix Kona Ice. What do y'all think? Should I wear this on its own as a sheer, or should I put it over Synthetic Symphony? Oh, you're totally fine, Wendy. Thank you for being. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all Phoenixes are sheer. Do I have a Phoenix that's not sheer? I think I have a Phoenix that's not sheer. I think... Yeah. Underwater War. This is a magnetic. Underwater War isn't sheer. This is the one Phoenix I know is not sheer. Oh my goodness. Yes, also congratulations, Wendy, for your promotion. I'm so happy for you. You still got your Bulba? What is the Bulba? Why is it called Bulba? I've been hearing Bulba a lot. Y'all putting up, you need to tell me what to do. Synthetic Symphony, we're putting it over Synthetic Symphony, or are we just gonna leave it as a sheer? I, unlike other people, am not afraid of shears. In fact, my favorite member of the Scissor Sisters is Jake Shears. So, there you go. Is there not a ball in here? Oh, it's not Kona Ice, it's Cotton Ice. I don't think that this has a ball. We please? Oh, Bulba for Bulbasaur. Okay, okay. All right, if y'all aren't going to decide if I should put on Synthetic Symphony or not, then I guess I have to decide. You're excited and nervous for the job, so once you get there and clean up, it should be easy peasy. Yes. Sending you easy peasy vibes. I'm going to give this polish a ball. There you go. Have a ball. Fave's onion? What are you talking about? Oh, Sun. Okay, I get it. I get it now. I get it. Because he's like an onion. He looks like an onion. Okay. He's a bulb. A sore. I always kind of wish I had gotten into Pokemon. I thought Pokemon was really dumb when I was a kid. Like, tons of kids I knew were into Pokemon. Not really my close friends, but a lot of kids I knew. And I was just like that bitchy girl that was like, this is dumb. Yes! Oh my god. Yes, hot pink Sonic Unicorn skin. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, is anybody going to give me an idea for this, or do I just have to do it myself? I could also do this over a deep, because it has a blue shimmer in it. I could also do it over an orange. Over purple? Not over orange? Okay. Over the purple. Thank you. I need to find my extra bottles of this. I need to stop being the kind of person who just loses everything as soon as they see it. I'm like, a thing. And I lose it. Look, something to lose. Oh, fuck, I've lost it. You caught them all and then some. So one time I was at, is it Epidarius or Epidaris? I'm going to call it Epidarius right now, but I think it might be Epidaris. It's a place in, I don't remember if it was Greece or Turkey, but it is an ancient Greek location, regardless of what country it is in now. And it has one of those last standing, really amazing amphitheaters. I don't know if you've ever seen like a documentary where someone's gone to an ancient Greek amphitheater. Like, the first one I saw was made in like the 60s. I mean, not the 60s, probably like the 70s or the 80s. And like this guy was like talking and you could hear him perfectly clearly. And like he was, you know, on the stage of this amphitheater, this ancient Greek amphitheater. And the camera panned out and panned out and panned out. And you saw that like all the way at the back of the amphitheater, that's where they were picking up his voice. Because the acoustics were so good. So we were at one of those theaters, maybe the only one that still stands. I don't exactly remember, but it was in either Epidarius or Epidaris. Hold on, it's gonna drive me crazy. I gotta look it up. Theater. Epidaris. I remember saying Epidaris, but it looks like Epidaris. Okay, let me see if I can get a picture of this for y'all. So here is the theater at Epidaris. And yeah, up in the back, you can hear somebody talking on the stage. That's how good the acoustics are. So when I saw somebody standing on the stage in that video, like the camera panned until like right here. And that's where they were picking it up. Anyway, the reason this is also has to do, it was quite a cat medicine time. Fill us in. The reason this has to do with Pokemon is that like people were taking turns like doing stuff at the bottom of it to be able to hear the projection. And my friend Rob got up there and he started singing the Pokemon theme song, and literally the like attendants at this historical place stopped him. They were like, no, you're not allowed to sing the Pokemon theme song here. People were singing opera and they were like, yes. And then my friend was singing Pokemon and they were like, no. And I was like, wow, you have no culture or taste. Also, the one you went at Petra. You wonder if that's Greek. Petra, if it's Petra, it's Greek. It is. Okay, so not the only one left. It's been about 13 years since I went to Epidaris. It was on the same trip that I went to Pompeii. So my recollection, even though if it was Roman theaters and Greek theaters were largely the same, because the Greeks had really good ideas and the Romans were like, hey, what if we just like took your gods and your theater and your culture and we changed it up a little bit and we called it ours? But yeah, that was so cool though. I was so excited to have the opportunity to see one of those and hear one of those in real life. Your aunt and uncle still play Pogo. I told them we moved back near them. I'll download and figure it out. What's Pogo? Oh, Pokemon Go. Okay. Even rustic or modern amphitheaters have killer acoustics. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. Petro is cool, but I couldn't stop thinking about the scene in Transformers where the giant robot crashes through it and destroys it. My favorite wonder in Seven Wonders is Petra. I don't know if you've all played Seven Wonders. It's a board game, and it's a really good board game. It's a bit complex, but once you've figured it out, it's really easy to like play at a party, because it takes like, if you have the expansions, it takes up to like 9 or so players. Like the base takes up to 7 players. And like, it's really hard to fuck up. And it goes pretty fast because everybody plays at the same time. There we go. Hello, Kadachi! The weird thing about flip streaming is you turn the bottle caps the wrong way. I need to figure this out. I'm sure I just need to Google how to rotate it on OBS. Hopefully by Sunday. Well, Sunday is polish pickup, so you won't be seeing it like this that day. How are you, Kadachi? All right. Sorry if my, like, I'm like suddenly I've hit a wall, mostly because I've like randomly got a headache. All my headaches stem from my neck. And I slept a really long time last night and really, really soundly. Like, I don't think I moved a fucking muscle all night long. The best part about sleeping really long last night is that I woke up and I heard from the other room the unmistakable sound of Meryl Streep singing Winner Takes It All. And I was like, is Husbando watching Mamma Mia? And I came in here and Husbando was watching Mamma Mia. I fucking love Mamma Mia. We watched it in the Discord last year. Wait, what are we talking about? You think it's something to do with the ramp shape? Yeah, it absolutely does. It's a weekend and you got your Holo Taco order. Oh, I'm so happy for you. When did you put in for your, how old's that order? Finally ordered Holo Taco after the sale. Oh my God, but it kept me from going wild on purchasing. Yeah, that's fair enough. I need to make sure my tracking info isn't here yet because, I ordered, I don't know if this is allowed. I don't really know why it wouldn't be allowed, but I don't know if this is allowed, but a certain somebody who orders a lot more Holo Taco than me, who orders every single Holo Taco release as it releases. You see, they have a lot of points and a birthday perk that they didn't use, because they already have all the Holo Taco they want. So I might have ordered off of their account. And although they'll let you change the name and the address, they won't let you change the email address. Which makes sense, so that if somebody orders and, like, you know, if somebody like does some bullshit, you get an email saying somebody's done some bullshit. But I ordered it on my shop account, so you think that, like... Here we go. That's a good friend, whoever they are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, seriously, I gotta check mine then. You love Mamma Mia, you have a playlist that plays both films, one right after the other. I haven't seen Mamma Mia 2. I should watch it. People give Pierce Brosnan shit about his performance, but I have to say, I just absolutely adore listening to him sing in that movie. And I think that, like, I can break it down to, like, he just has such big dad vibes. And that crosses over into his, like, not perfect singing. I'm like, you are a dad. You are doing your best. I love you. I want you to be my dad. He is a true gentleman. He has a slightly fat wife who is a normal non-celebrity, and I love that for him. You haven't told Danny this yet, but you also order all the Holo Taco releases. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all. Anybody else order the ILMP Wildflower set? I want it. I really, and hello, Silver Unicorn. I don't think you've been here yet today or spoken yet today. Hello, welcome. I have not looked into it too much yet, but I really want it because they look like they're all foils, right? We're just about to be very broke. So a second movie surprisingly well done, and you love the additional ABBA covers. Okay. He's fiercely protective of his wife. Oh my God. Could he be any more fantastic? Could he be any more just like, ugh, goals? You know what I mean? Yeah, they look so good. Ugh, so cute. So fucking cute. I love him. But yeah, like, I could listen to him and Meryl Streep sing SOS, like, over and over again. They're so, like, it's the vibes, it's the feels, it's everything. And also another thing, I realized that, like, one of my favorite, like, tropes is, like, oops, too many parents. So like, okay, husbando and I are watching this really old anime called what is it called? It's all called Mustard Boy because she's the spicy mustard girl. He's the marmalade boy. It's called Marmalade Boy. And it is like oddly pro poly because like spoiler alert for the first episode of Marmalade Boy that is now on Crunchyroll. But like there's these two sets of parents and like with this girl and she has parents and they're like, hey, you know how we went to Hawaii? Well, we met this really nice couple there and your mom actually fell in love with the husband and I actually fell in love with the wife. So they also have a son and we're all gonna move into a big house together and we're just gonna all live together so that we can stay a family, even though, you know, we're switching partners. And I was just like, hell yes, for parents. And she's all like scandalized because like, of course she is, she's like a teen and teens are like embarrassed when their parents do absolutely normal stuff. But she was like scandalized. And I was just like, girl, you don't get it. You get 4 parents. And then like dad number 2 was helping her with math. And I was just like, you get 4 parents. I love this for you. But anyway, Mamma Mia is so good. Oh my God. In case of a run by fruiting. Okay. You guys want to know, speaking of Mrs. Doubtfire and run by fruiting. My sister, I was thinking about like nicknames that I have. And in my family, I don't have many nicknames. They call me Stephanie and they call me Steph. And then the side of my family that I don't talk to calls me Steffi. But my sister, no fucking joke, consistently, not like every time she says my name, but like my sister often calls me Stephanie Doubtfire. And I was like, oh yeah, there is that. All right. There's a ton of Violent P you want, but you're trying to cut back on buying because of job stress. Absolutely. Cool Pierce Brosnan tidbit. He broke his contact with Remington Steele to be with his first wife during her cancer treatments and passing. Oh my God. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Capture gets to weigh him and he's up a bit. Oh, that's so good. You assume that's why? No, I like being called Steffi. I do. I do like being called Steffi. How do we just directly send Pierce Brosnan money? I feel like Pierce Brosnan probably has enough money. But I bet you there's a way to send him fan mail. He'd probably love that. The way you said it made you say you didn't like. Okay, I didn't like them. I don't like them, but I do like Steffi. But nobody else calls me that but them. He lost his daughter too. He credits his current wife for getting him through, and there are always articles that he should get a hot wife. His wife is hot. Shut up. He had such a crush on Pierce Brosnan when you were a child, and he was on Remington Steele. That was your favorite show as a kid. I love that we have like weird favorite shows as kids. My one problem with using these sheer polishes as toppers is because they're sheer and not toppers. They do affect... No! I fucked up the pinky. They do affect. You know what I mean? They do affect the bottom layer. Perhaps I should have used a different purple. I have 2 more bottles of this somewhere, though. Thanks. Yeah, it does look gorgeous, doesn't it? You were like 11 to 16 when it was on. Oh my God, that's so cute. Great Brosnan dad shit in Eurovision Song Contest, the story of Fire Saga 2. Really? Okay, I need to re-watch that for that because I don't remember that. Oh yeah, he's the chick's dad? Is it? I remember that vaguely. Oh no, he's what's his name's dad? Will Ferrell's dad? I did watch that movie. but it was just once because my sister told me to. I went way over the edge because I really hate it when I put on a topper that slightly changes the base color and it doesn't go all the way to the edge and you can just kind of like see where you ended it. So I went way over because I just want it to not, you know what I mean? I just want it to not. Let's get in here with an orange stick and remove these glitters. There we go. Purdy, purdy, purdy. Yeah, I'm just making sure to go all the way to the edges. There we go. And using a bit too much so that it doesn't pick up that other color polish underneath and pollute the topper. All right. Got that. Let's go meet time locked obligation. Thank you so much, Rainbow. Thank you. What are we talking about? The Jaws character plates are, or the Moyu character plates are hit and miss. I like the Jaws plates, but I don't like the layering ones. Or there's only one that's for layering. But they have one that specifically has like these large pools in it that has like, you know, a shark layer and like a person and like water and stuff. The ones that have like full images, I've had really good luck with. Those are some of the first plates I ever used. But the one that's made for layering that has more big pools, suck. They suck hard. They're very, very bad. I don't like them at all. Anything that has like big pools that you have to pick up is going to be harder than finer lines. But these ones suck the most. I've not ever had issues with any other Moyu plates really, but I have heard that their Universal Monster ones sucked balls. I've heard that from Nikki. I've heard that I think from Linry. But those I don't think are available anymore. I've used their Care Bear ones and I've used their Trolls ones. And those ones work fine. Vast majority of the Moyu plates I have work fine. But occasionally you get one that just sucks balls. Thank you. It is so shine. Much wow. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, Rainbow. Thank you. Which movie are we talking about? I don't know. I missed it. But yeah, my thoughts about the Moyu character plates and the Moyu Jaws plates that I do have a lot of experience with is get it if you like it. I did get the Moyu Jaws plate to work for me, but I just don't think that layered stamping really almost any time is worth it. I just think it's better to not do layered stamping and do like large pools of stamping. The Universal and the UK sites, I'll avoid those. You have to order from the UK to get both Corpse Bride. Yes. The shipping should not be different. At least in my experience, the shipping isn't different between the US and UK site. The shipping always sucks. no matter which site you order from. Because I don't think that the stuff on the US. Oh my god! Thank you so much, Ricky Fry 3S for the raid. Hello, hello. Do we have a mod? Can we get a shout out? Welcome, welcome, everybody. I am Stephanie, aka Fanaticure. I am an unprofessional nail artist. I'm horny on Maine. I'm cringe, but I'm free. And today, thank you so much for the follow. Today, we're just doing my other hand right now, but we did some fluid art, nail art based off of the background I use for my podcast called Two Lacquered Ladies. Hello, they were just chatting. What were you chatting about? I am so sorry, but we can't moderate different languages. So you're gonna have to speak English only. I wish that we could. Giving you Emily Damali vibes. Absolutely. This is very Emily Damali, but thank you so much. Yeah, I wish we were bilingual here, but unfortunately we can't. We aren't. But I appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoyed your just chatting. Hope you enjoyed chatting just. We're also almost on our way out of this stream, but I still have to do my top coat. So we're not done. We're just getting there. Okay. Let's clean that up. Clean up some. I've been using acetone with an additive for cleanup recently, and I like it, but I don't like the way that the glycerin, it makes my hands feel sticky. Now, when I don't use it, my hands don't feel good either. There's nothing really that makes acetone feel nice on the hands. But also, I don't like it sticky. I don't like it. Oh. I'm like Hillarying over here, making my like nail line really, really noticeable. Oh well. Let's take these. Let's take these off. I'm gonna just dig in my cuticles to find all these glitters and remove them. I don't always use an orange stick, but when I do, it's to remove glitter from my cuticles. Okay. There we go. I am very happy with this combo. I knew I wanted the blue shimmer in this to stand out. And I'm gonna try this on some other colors as well. I have a lot of Phoenix like shears like this, with the glitters and stuff, and I do love them on their own. But I should try them over a few different colors to see the colors that I like them best over. Because like I didn't want to use this over a pink because I thought that like because the glitters are pink that would make it like not seeable. But with the blue shimmer, it just might work. So we shall see. All right, I'm not going to use a glitter grabbing top coat because I don't feel like it. I might eventually. I might like while these sit. Did I bump it? While these sit, I might add another one. Sometimes I do just a layer of regular. And then like, once that totally dries, I'll do a layer of glitter grabber and then another layer of top coat. But we'll see. Yes, it is good for layering. I just always don't want to like lose the original feel of the polish. That's why I'm always so hesitant to layer. But I know I would get more use out of them if I got more into layering. I am just doing like today my MO is just like overpaint. But honestly, when it comes to top coat, I know that painting too much top coat outside of your nail, especially if you are okay at cleaning it up, that is better than not enough top coat. Because if you don't have enough top coat, you are more prone to shrinkage. Any toluene based top coat will shrink, but some shrink more than others. Like Glisten and Glow hardly shrinks. Oh, the toluene? I'm almost certain. Oh wait, not doing the whole thing. I think I might have misspoken there. Like what I mean is that like it's not like less likely to shrink altogether. It's just less likely to like shrink in an unflattering way. Like if you don't get it all the way to the outside, you're more likely to have that thing where it's like your polish and then bare nail and then the shrunken polish. You know what I mean? Yes. People, I swear, like it is crazy the difference. And mostly I'm just saying like encapsulation of the entire nail versus not encapsulating the entire nail. Not necessarily the amount, just the placement of it. I don't want to mislead anybody. And this is also just my experience. Don't believe anything I say ever, is what I'm trying to tell you. Some people say that if you put on Seche Vite when everything is still wet, then everything, it does shrink, but everything just shrinks perfectly into place. Yes, the toluene ones do dry harder. Absolutely. You can't even not get it on your fingers and still not get shrinkage. Wait, as I can't even not get it on my fingers and still not shrinkage from. Okay, you might need to rephrase that, son. On that one, you can say it isn't the application. Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting because there's so many factors that will go into why things dry the way they do and what products will work for people. Like, I know that when we're having a humid time, like when there's a lot of humidity in the air, and like if it's been raining or something, sometimes my nails will like never fucking dry. Like never. Like I should never do like hand painting, especially really thick hand painting, on a day where we've had rain. Because it just gets like, it just never dries. It just never ever dries. So I need to like save those for the really dry like desert days. But like for instance, my mother-in-law was teaching me how she makes rice because she makes rice perfectly all the time. And she's like, oh, it's really easy. Like, you know, you just take like the same amount of rice and water and put them in. And then she showed me how long she boils it for and then what she turned it down to. And she was saying herself, like, I don't understand, because a lot of people say that like they do 1.5 the times of water to the rice and that it doesn't work when they do, you know, the same ratio, like an equal ratio. And so I was trying to make rice like her and my rice was always turning out dry. And so finally I was like, I wonder. So I tried it exactly the way she does it with a different ratio, with the 1.5 to 1 ratio. And mine came out perfect. So I'm like, I am one of those people that you say you don't understand. So yeah, I think that, you know, either she, you know, there's something that she does that makes it work well that way. And sometimes you just never even know what that factor is. Like, I'm pretty sure people who live in like a desert probably never have problems with their nails drying. And people live in Seattle probably have a really hard time with their nails drying a lot of the time. Because one's just like way moister. The finger knuckle method. What's the finger knuckle method? Ooh. You have a tiny Wolfgang Puck rice cooker that you use? You do 1.33 water to rice. I do about 1.5 now. And it turns out perfect. I've been cooking all my rice on the stove because I don't like dealing with other... We were just talking about this earlier. I don't like dealing with other appliances. And I don't like it. I don't like it when I can like fuck up. Like sometimes I'll leave dishes out for like an embarrassingly long amount of time. And I need those dishes to be able to be sanitized. And sometimes you can't sanitize your entire like rice cooker. What is it? What's the finger knuckle method? A lot of tutorials on YouTube for using your finger in the pot to the first knuckle. Interesting. This is the look, by the way. So we've got our 2 lacquered ladies, fluid art on this hand. And yeah, and then one of my phoenixes I hardly ever use over my favorite purple, which is Synthetic Symphony. May she rest in peace. So lovely. All right. Well, I think that this is going to be just about it for today, everybody. Oh my God, I'm gonna stretch. But yeah, I will be back on Sunday with Danny Shao, and you can all congratulate her on her upcoming graduation while she is there. I am really, really excited. It is space themed. It's space themed this month. So yeah, it should be really fun. I've already seen some of the spoilers and they're really good. And what was the thing that I saw? There were a lot of people who did one theme that I thought was really fun. Oh, I don't remember what it was. But they're... okay, we'll figure it out. Does it have to be soup in space? Unfortunately, they have not yet given us the soup we crave. Hopefully sometime like this fall. That's what I would like for our soup. But yeah, we're doing that. And then I should have a video coming out tomorrow. It is fully edited. I just need to upload it and do all that other good stuff. I'm getting a little bit faster at it. Thank you, Kadachi. Thank you. Always has been. Is there one called Always Has Been? Because there better be. If there is, I will be very tempted to buy it. On Sunday, it'll be 4 p.m. Pacific time. I like saying Pacific Standard Time, but I think it is Pacific Daylight Time, but I don't care. Thank you. Yes. 4 p.m. is when we'll be doing it, 4 p.m. PST. And yeah, it should be a really good time. There'll be some prizes. And there will be just fun and joy and laughter. You're so welcome. All right, I will not be rating out because yeah, I'm running on the 2 platforms, so I don't really want to do that. But thank you all so much. And I will see you soon, and I'll see you in the Discord. No movie night tonight. Yes, movie night next week. Next time. Thank you so much. All right, bye everybody. Bye. Okay, turn it off. Bye.